The Tyger by William Blake. Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil? What dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the Lamb make thee? Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Hi, welcome to Paul Reads Poetry. I'm Paul, and today we're going to read a few poems by William Blake. William Blake was an English poet, painter and printmaker whose visionary work defied the conventions of his time. He was born in London, and he showed an artistic talent from a young age and was apprenticed to an engraver at 14, a trade that shaped his career both visually and poetically. Although largely unrecognised during his lifetime, he is now seen as a key figure in English literature and a pioneer of Romanticism. Blake's poetry reflects his intense spirituality, his radical politics, and a vivid imagination. He claimed to experience visions of angels, prophets, and divine beings, which informed both his writing and his art. And these visions helped him create a rich symbolic universe and a uniquely personal mythology. To illustrate these themes of symbolism and mythology, I want to read a couple of extracts for you. The first one is a poem called Eternity by William Blake. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy, but he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. Blake often returns to the theme of eternity and likes to contrast the micro and the macro worlds, or the inner world and the outer world, if you like. In his poem, The Auguries of Innocence, which is a much longer poem and too long to read here, the first 4 lines are particularly poetic and beautiful, I think. So I'll read those first 4 lines for you now. The first 4 lines of Auguries of Innocence by William Blake. To see a world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. 2 of his best-known collections, Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience, again explore contrasts, this time between purity and corruption, between joy and suffering. In The Tyger, which we've already heard, which is from Songs of Experience, Blake confronts the darker aspects of creation. The poem's rhythmic structure and striking imagery create a sense of awe and danger. As Blake asks, did he who made the Lamb make thee? Pointing to the paradox of a creator capable of both innocence and destruction. Similarly, in The Birds, which I'll read for you next, Blake uses the imagery of a caged bird to symbolise the repression of natural joy. It's a clear protest against societal constraints that stifle freedom and creativity. As an artist, Blake developed his own technique called relief etching or illuminated printing, which allowed him to write, engrave and illustrate his poetry on the same plates. His hand-coloured designs are rich in symbolism, blending mythological and biblical themes with bold visual expression. His best-known illustrations accompany works like the Book of Job and Jerusalem, revealing a visionary world where word and image are inseparable. He also illustrated a version of Dante's Divine Comedy. Although he died in relative obscurity, Blake is now celebrated as a singular creative force, an artist and poet whose work continues to inspire for its beauty, mystery, and profound humanity. There's such a lot to the work of William Blake. I think I might come back to him again another day with some more of his poetry. But for today, I'm going to finish with The Birds, which is a lovely poem and is set up as a conversation between 2 birds, between the male bird and the female bird. The male bird asks and the female bird responds. So I'll read that for you now. But thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please give it a like. and obviously consider subscribing if you want to hear more content like this. So we'll finish with The Birds by William Blake. Where thou dwellest, in what grove? Tell me, fair one, tell me, love, where thou thy charming nest dost build, O thou pride of every field. Yonder stands a lonely tree, there I live, and mourn for thee. Morning drinks my silent tear, and evening winds my sorrows bear. O thou summer's harmony, I have lived and mourned for thee. Each day I mourn along the wood, and night hath heard my sorrows loud. Dost thou truly long for me? And am I thus sweet to thee? Sorrow now is at an end, O my lover and my friend. Come, on wings of joy we'll fly to where my bower hangs on high. Come and make thy calm retreat among green leaves and blossoms sweet.